You want your equipment to work as hard as you do, and a preventive maintenance plan from LMS Ag Equipment will help ensure that your agriculture equipment will be ready when you need it. The Fent Gold Star program is the best in the business. It includes full warranty for the first 3 years or 3,000 hours and free factory recommended maintenance during the entire warranty period. We only use AGCO genuine parts, and with the AGCO Parts Advantage warranty, all parts are covered for 1 year and labor for 6 months. And remember, at LMS Ag Equipment, our customers are family. And if you need help, we'll be there for you no matter what, because that's what family does. To discuss your farm's maintenance plan, service requests, or emergency in-field service, give us a call or visit our website.
People really only have to see our shop once to know it's state of the art. So we specialize in heavy duty trucks, semi trucks in particular, and we are the only local altogether in one-stop shop. We have a very large, well-stocked showroom and warehouse above our showroom so that we don't have to outsource it either. No matter what the scenario is, we can handle it. Because heavy duty trucks need heavy duty care. We are Mike's Diesel, we are heavy duty.
Hey guys, Corey here from Deadhorse Sales and Rentals. We're located at 35 Jefferson Street.
Check.
Here
Oh, there I am.
Manitoba. Specialize in construction equipment, boom lifts, scissor lifts, telehandlers, concrete tools, your lawn and garden needs, pressure washers, generators. We are a dealer for Generac Milwaukee tools and Unilite. Stop in today to get the tool you need.
Well, we're straight combining canola. We have 2 Fent 10T combines.
We replaced 3 combines with 2 Ideal 10s. Reduces manpower and yet increases productivity.
Seems like you can get more done in less time, which means a lot to a guy.
The fuel savings are fairly significant.
Just like a Cadillac of equipment.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. I am looking for 4 people that are wearing Deadhorse Creek swag, be it a hat or a t-shirt, because I've got 4 Subway gift cards for $15. I know I saw 4 over there.
Kerwin, we got one guy up here.
He's
does he
got
have
to come
run
to me.
down to you?
He's got to come running to me.
Go run into him.
Here's one.
Hey, you got a Deadhorse shirt. If you go down to Kerwin, he's giving out prizes right now.
Oh, we got 2 girls there running. Oh, my
It's a
goodness.
race.
One for you, one for you. Oh, okay. I got something else for you guys. Because you guys made the long sprint. They're better suited for these kids here.
What do you got, Kerwin? Is it up here?
Yeah.
You want me to grab it?
No.
Which one do you need?
The VB one. All right. How many of you were here last night and or Friday? Who's been here 2 nights in a row? That is great. And who is here for the first time? Another first timer. And another one.
Oh, there's a few up here too. Quite a few first-timers. Good job, guys.
Oh, that means word's getting out. Perfect. Love it. Give it to these 3 here. All right, we're going to get the show started here.
Third one can come up here.
They can share.
We'll get the prayer and the national anthem sung. We've got Sean Clausen, our RFC Racers for Christ chaplain, and Brooke Cousins, who will be doing the national anthems. If you could please rise and remove your hats.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the beautiful sun that's shining, and we thank you for these fans that have made it out here today for the final race this year here at this awesome track, Lord. And we just thank you for all the staff and volunteers at Deadhorse Creek Speedway and their hard work to put this track together and put on this awesome show. Lord, we lift up all the drivers to you now. Lord, keep them safe and help them to put on a safe, fast show for these fans. In your name we pray. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that
Thanks, Brooke, sorry. Thanks, Sean. All right, tonight's order of events are, can you go through the list for me, Jeremy?
All right, guys. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here at Deadhorse Creek Speedway this afternoon for some racing. First we have lined up is some truck racing. They're going to start right away, and then after that we'll have the heat races for the B mods, the A mods, the pure stocks, and the late models. So coming right up now, we have the super trucks. You can see them lined up on the backstretch, getting ready to get called out onto the racetrack. Who sponsors? All right, you see them rolling out there. I'm just going to go through your lineup as they come. So the white 71 truck gets pole position on the inside is Nico Voss. On his outside is the orange 20 of Mercedes Kraus. And then on the second row, on the inside, last night's winner, the 27 Hayden Audette. And on his outside is the 5 of Gary Poirier.
Starting fifth, we've got the number 14 double, Jamie Weir. Starting in sixth, the number 44, Rob Reese, followed by Chris Audette in the number 2. And rounding out the field, we've got Rob Audette in the 53. This is a family event. We got all the Audettes, plus, yeah, we got all the Audettes. So place your bets on an Audette. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, there's 3 Audettes racing in this race tonight, and actually Mercedes Kraus used to be an Audette, the one starting on the outside pole. Green flag, here we go, let's go racing. As they go into turn 1, Nico holds the lead with Hayden making a quick move to the outside to get past Mercedes. Sliding way up, he opens the door for Chris to come down on the inside from last to second in 1 lap. Chris in the number 2 is making up pace. Challenging for the lead going into 3. Who's going to have it coming out of 4? And Chris Audette takes the lead on lap 2. Side-by-side racing for that 2 spot coming out at 2, but Jamie Weir gets it to lock down second place, and now he's challenging for first. Hayden Audette drove back to the pits, so he must be having problems after last night's feature win. Single file down the front stretch. Looks like they're all lined up. Is Jamie going to make a move on Chris? What's going to happen here? Chris running in a little higher than he did last time. Jamie's looking on the bottom, looking for that moisture in that grip. Flagman Carl's got 2 sticks in the air, 2 laps to go. Let's see if Jamie Weir can get something going in that 14 truck. That truck is fast. Flagman Carl's got the checkered flag out. Chris Audette in the number 2 is your winner, followed by the 14 of Jamie Weir, the 44 of Rob Reese, and the 71 of Nico Voss. Good, clean heat race, no cautions, no contact. That was a good race. Now our top 4 cars have to drive across the scale. They have a minimum weight they have to meet. Scale man's giving them the thumbs up. Looks like they're good to go. All right, now these are the Sun Valley Wizzoto Midwest mods coming onto the track. We have 4 heat races. They run 8 laps each, and these things are loud. They put on a good show. They're a lot of fun to watch going through the corners.
Starting on the pole for heat number 1 of the Sun Valley Midwest Modifieds, we got the 54 of Lance Ralph. Starting outside to him, the number 88 Paul Veert, 95 Ted Dell, the number 20 Nick Gaudette from St. Adolphe, Manitoba, the 3H of Keelan Hill, the 27A of Adam Unruh, and the 77 JR Brody Croft coming all the way from Devil's Lake, North Dakota.
Green flag, let's go racing. Paul Veert gets a good launch on the restart, leads him into first place, and caution in turn 2. Got a spinner, now a caution flag waves. Let's try that restart again. Nick Gaudette did really well there, coming from 4th place to be challenging for 2nd in that first lap. Both him and Paul Veert had good starts there. Let's see if they can do it again.
Caution will be on the 3A.
Track conditions are severely different than they were last night. Last night, the track was as smooth as glass. They pounded in a bunch of water to try to change up the racing service for the guys, and this show is moving on.
Green flag. Let's see if Lance Ralph will do something different here this time. Paul Veert does not get as much start on that one. But Nick Gaudette in that orange 20 seems to be finding something on the outside. The 95 of Ted Dell is working that bottom. He's holding his own. 3 wide coming through 3 and 4. The 54 of Lance Ralph is doing really well and put a big gap on the rest of the field. But that battle for 2nd place is really tight. Top 4 from each feature heat race make it into the feature. So that's 77 of Brody Kraft is just fighting for that last 4th spot. He wants to get past one of those guys in front of him to be able to make it to the feature and not have to go to the B main. Looks like Nick Gaudette is getting a little impatient behind Paul Veert there. Now he's tried to go down to the bottom and he gets past him. Nick looks like he doesn't want just 3rd, he wants 2nd. Slide job, slides up in front of Ted. And he clears him coming out of turn 4. From 4th to 2nd in 1 lap, he put it together there. Let's see if Brody Kraft in that 77 can get into that 4th spot. White flag, 1 lap to do it. Here he's gonna send it in on the bottom for that 4th place, that last transfer spot, side by side, and the 77 got it. Now no mistakes through 3 and 4. Checkered flag for Lance Ralph, Nick Gaudette, Ted Dell, and Brody Kraft from last place to the last transfer spot, 4th place.
Looks like they're gonna bring a couple of trucks on the track to pack it in a bit more. Try to get that moisture to stay in the track, not just to evaporate. Again, this is the Sun Valley Midwest Modified Heat Races. Heat 2 will be Murray Cozy in the 55 on the pole. Beside him will be the Jesse McCuskey from New Bothwell, Manitoba in the 07 HD. Next is Nick Hooper from Winnipeg in the 38, Jeff Rempel in the 8R, St. Adolphe, Manitoba. Then is Brandon Rehill from St. Andrews, Manitoba in the 4B. He won Friday night. We got a couple of locals here rounding out the field in heat number 2. Tyler Dell from Carmen in the number 8. Rounding out is Matt Nickel from Darlingford, Manitoba in the 18M. If you're looking for a little extra, or if you got a little extra time on your hands during the summer, you can join us here as a volunteer at Deadhorse Creek Speedway. If you want to be a little more involved, contact us through the Valley Motorsports Association. There's many different levels of being a supporter/sponsor. A few of them that we would like to thank are Keewatin Trucking Service out of Winnipeg, Mike's Diesel, Integrity Fire Protection, and Craker Farms. 2 Speedway sponsors we would like to also mention are Brandt Equipment and Accurate HD. And before I forget, tonight, or this afternoon, is night 2 of the GVE John Deere Run. Can't forget that. There are a lot of people that help make this event work, or even this year work. You see Duron Equipment there. They've got a couple of Bobcats. We really appreciate them with letting us borrow a few of their machines every weekend we race. Of course, Green Valley, they've got tractors that we can use every now and then as well. And the important one right now today is you see those guys in the fire truck over there. They're sweating, I'm sure, in their fire protective gear. Like to thank Morden Fire and Safety for being with us this afternoon. We like it when we see them just sitting and lounging like the one guy is, 2 guys are right now. So that's the position we want them to be in all day, every day. While we're waiting them to clear up some of the moisture on the track, I've got 2 $20 vouchers for Rock's Bar and Grill in Morden. I've got a skill testing question. First question is, what is the main difference, the biggest difference between a Midwest modified and an A modified race car? Does anybody know? Or even what fuel? What fuel does a B mod run or a Midwest modified run, and what fuel does an A mod run?
If you have the answer, you'll want to get down there to Kerwin and claim your prize.
Oh, somebody's coming.
The rear spoiler's different. Alcohol in the motor.
Which one? Right on. This guy says on the A mod, the big difference is A mods run alcohol, and these guys are running gasoline with a smaller rear spoiler.
All right, we got the cars actually back on the track now. I'll do another quick rundown through that order. just because bring it up to date. So starting pole in the 55 is Murray Cozies. On his outside is the 07 HD of Jesse McCuskey. Inside row 2 is the 38 of Nick Hooper, and the outside is the 8R of Jeff Rempel. Row 3 on the inside is the 4B of Brandon Rehill, and on his outside is the 8 of Tyler Dell. And rounding out that last row is the 18M of Matt Nickel. Green flag, let's go racing, and it's 3 wide coming out of the turn. Nick Cooper dives down to the bottom and slides up in front of Murray Cozies. Brandon Rehill goes from 5th place to 3rd in 1 lap. Right on Murray's back bumper. 3 wide for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Top 4 cars putting a little bit of space between the back 3. Nick Cooper's looking good, just flying around that track. Looks like he found some grip in that mid lane. Murray Cozies is coming around. Jeff Rempel in 2nd place in that 8R. He was last night's feature winner. Let's see if he's got that car dialed in for today as well. Top 4 cars kind of spreading out a little bit, getting lined up, and as I say that, Brandon Rehill drops to the bottom to try to put a move on Jeff Rempel. Let's see what he's got going on here. He just stays in line, hoping Jeff's going to slide up a little bit. Almost gets his nose underneath him, and there he goes, making his move in 1 and 2, side by side. Coming out of the exit, slides him on the back stretch and takes that 2nd place. Looks like he's going to hold on to that line in 3 and 4. Let's see if he tries another move in 1 and 2. Brandon Rehill closing the distance to Nick Cooper in that 1st spot. Looks like the 4B isn't done yet. I'm expecting him to make a move, and there he goes. Dives it back down to the bottom and slides up. Matt Nickel in the 18M is spun in turn 2. And caution waves. With 1 lap to go, caution comes out. Brandon Rehill managed to take 1st place there. Although, on our ticker, no, he didn't. He only made the pass after the last lap. So the 38 of Nick Cooper gets a little bit of a save there. So car positions are only scored at the flag stand, and you have to lead a lap to have that position. And because there was a caution, we go back to the last completed lap, and in that last completed lap, Nick Cooper was the leader. That's why Brandon Rehill has to start back in 2nd place there. Flagman's giving them the 1 to go. The rolled up green means 1 lap to go. Next time by, they're coming to the green. And with 2 laps to go, it's single file restart. So they cannot pass until that cone on the front stretch there and across from the flag stand. So they all have to be single file until that cone. Leader fires off, green flag waves, here they go. Brandon Rehill goes straight down to the bottom again. He's got his nose inside of Nick Cooper, and he gives him a little touch, but backs out. Jeff Rempel on the outside, 3 cars going, and wow, that was tight. Good battle for 1st. Checkered flag is getting ready to wave, side by side going into 3. Brandon Rehill, big slide job across the nose, and takes the checkered flag. Brandon Rehill went from 5th to 1st in the 4B in that heat race.
Number 8, Tyler Dell, hard into the wall here in coming out of turn 4. Safety guy's gonna check to see he's all right. He's moving around. He's got his helmet off.
Brandon Rehill with the best time of 16.713 on lap 6.
I think that car is going to need to have a tow. So we're going to call out Morden Towing. Thanks again, Morden Towing, for coming out and helping us out here. We really appreciate it. Again, tonight or this afternoon, we've got the second night of the John Deere Run. I hope you guys are all staying hydrated. It is a hot, humid day. I got out of my truck when I was in the parking lot and instantly had sweat running down my back, so that's a fat guy problem.
A little bit of a breeze feels nice right now, I'll be honest.
It does, feels lovely.
All right, we see Tyler Dell climbing out of his car there. At least he's okay. That's always nice to see these cars. We put a lot of emphasis on safety. Just judging by the way that rear tire is looking in the fender well and that they're looking underneath, I'm guessing something broke in that car coming out of the corner. Don't normally see these guys make mistakes like that.
Not a sharp right turn, that's for sure, when they're used to turning left.
No, everything in these cars is set up to make it go left, and that's what they want to do.
We got a lot of giveaways today, so your odds of winning something are really good today. While we're waiting for them to clear the track, I got another $20 gift card from Rock's Bar and Grill. I gave this answer out earlier. Who won Friday night's feature in the B-Mod class Friday night? Does anybody know?
I know there was a few hands here that were raised that said they'd been here Friday night. Seems like a great way to get a prize. I know that grandstand at the far end is filled with a lot of pit crew. I think they would know who won.
I'm going to go ask them. I hope they have a speaker that's on and loud.
I see a guy running. Is he running for you?
He's got a Delane shirt on.
Well, it wasn't him.
Brandon Rehill.
Correct. Nice shirt. There's your $20 voucher. You're welcome. It's that easy, folks. My brain is mush, so some of my questions are going to be very weird, I guess.
Kerwin, did he have the right answer?
He did. He said Brandon Rehill.
Brandon Rehill in the 4B won the main feature on Friday night.
Actually, I'm going to give another one away. We're still waiting. What's the flagman's name?
You got to go down there if you want the prize. Well, I see more people running.
Carl?
Carl is right. Follow me to the stand there, and I'm going to get you a gift card.
All right, let's give a round of applause for Tyler Dell there, getting his car towed off.
And this lady here with the purple and blue tickets, she's selling 50-50 tickets. They're one for $2, 3 for $5, 10 for 10. 10 for 10. It's kind of like the Superstore deal, 10 for 10. It's in that square bin.
I think they also have that deal at Co-op, too.
Be the co-ops?
Co-ops. All right, guys, we got Heat 3 on deck here, lining up, coming down the front stretch. And then starting in the pole position, we have the 15 of Glenn Manning. On his outside is the 47 of Memphis Clausen. Row 2 on the inside is Brandon Lushinsky in the 16 and Austin Hunter in the 44.
Rounding out the field, we got the 7B of Bailey Cousins. And rounding back beside him is Dylan McCoggan, from Fort Francis Xavier, Manitoba.
Now, this is a pretty stacked heat. A lot of these cars could win this race, whether the 15 of Glenn Manning, Brendan Lushinsky, or Austin Hunter, or Bailey Cousins. The 47 of Memphis Clausen has been doing really well this weekend, but he's had to come through the B main every single night to make it into the feature, and he has. He has made the feature every night. So this time, if he can hold on to that 4th spot, it makes it a little easier not having to race in the B main. Flagman's looking them over. They look nice and tight. You can tell this is going to be a good race. And the green flag waves, and off they go to the races. Glenn Manning gets a good shot on the restart, and Memphis is starting to fall back there a little bit, but no, he's holding his own on the outside of Austin Hunter. And Bailey Cousins rides hard into his right rear tire, and they keep racing. Bailey Cousins really wants that 4th spot. He does not want to go to the B main. Glenn Manning is loving that they're racing hard behind him. He is making a huge gap over the field. Memphis Clausen has gained it back up, and he doesn't look fazed by Bailey trying to ride over his left rear tire. Austin Hunter looks like he found that little bit of grip right above that slick spot on the track, and he is pulling away from Brandon Lushinsky. The 77 of Dylan McLaughlin is caping up. This is a tight battle for that 4th spot. 3 wide coming through 3 and 4 for that last transfer spot. Memphis holds it. He can't make any mistakes now. He's got 2 hungry people behind him trying to get that last spot. Glenn Manning is half a lap ahead of them. Coming past the flag stand now, followed by Austin Hunter straight away over that spot from 4th place. Looks like Brendan Lushinsky is falling back a little bit. Bailey Cousins almost tips over the lip, falls back a spot, but then drives it back hard into turn 3 to try to challenge. Glenn Manning is half a lap away from that battle over 4th place. 3rd place, 3 cars, throw a blanket over him. Now McLaughlin is side by side with Memphis. Can he hold on here? He needs to get this 4th spot. Battle for 4th. Coming around turn 3 and 4, 3 wide. Dylan McLaughlin passes 2 cars on the last lap and gets 3rd. And it looks like Brendan Lushinsky picked up that last 4th spot. And Memphis Clausen, I guess, will have to go back to the B main again for his 3rd night to see if he can make it back into the A main. So Glenn Manning putting on a clinic there on how to drive this track, almost a half lap ahead of the field, followed by Austin Hunter, who was almost a quarter lap ahead of 3rd place. But man, that 3rd place battle was tight between Brendan Lushinsky, Dylan McLaughlin, and Memphis Clausen. That was quite something to watch, those 3 battling there for that last transfer spot.
To think Glenn Manning was fast. He was in lap 2. Was his best lap at 15 seconds, .845.
So lap times are actually picking up speed here. Our last heat race, we were running in the low 16s, the 16.7s, and now we're cracking into those 15-second lap times.
The track guys are going to try to pack in some of the top side of the track, get all that water and dirt worked in again. Give these guys another lane of racing surface. Those track guys have done a lot of hard work this weekend. I heard in the pits earlier that they were up till about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, just opening up the track and trying to get more water in to change up the racing surface. As 2 days in a row we had glass, smooth as glass, dry, slick racing conditions. So now I've got a VB Entertainment Center gift card for $20. That's out in Winkler. They've got some really great food. You can go bowling, indoor golf, pool, indoor golf, or whatever it's called. I don't golf. There's a screen, you hit a ball and it hits a screen. Virtual golf, thanks, Rob. And they got mini golf. So, if you've been here the last 2 nights, who won the A-Mod feature both nights? Hey, that's me. Come on down to The Price is Right. Oh, we got some sprinters.
Ward Emery.
Oh, she got it right. That's an easy $20 for her.
So you guys look, we just got the track prep crew just rolling in those top lanes, trying to get them packed in a little bit. When you look at the track and you can see that bottom lane looks kind of shiny and slick, that's because it is slick. It starts to build rubber into there, and you don't get a lot of grip. But the problem is what it's doing is it's throwing loose little marbles up into the top of the track, and we're just trying to pack those down to create more of a racing surface for these guys to race on.
If you're looking to get yourself into some Deadhorse Creek swag, the shirt shack is open. The young gentleman's there waiting for you to pick up a shirt. They got kid sizes, adult sizes. They got stickers. They got hats. And go see Nita and Concessions. They've got hot dogs, candy, drinks, so you can stay hydrated. They got a couple of hot dogs in the warmer right now.
Be sure to grab a glass of that sweet tea because it is delicious.
Also, they got a special on their Victory Fuel. You can buy 1 can for $4, or you can buy a whole case for $40. That Victory Fuel drink isn't an energy drink. It's got electrolytes in it. And safe for kids, no caffeine, no nothing like that. The lemonade is my favorite.
I saw you drinking a can of that the other day. Is that good stuff? I haven't had one yet.
It's very good. I've had a number of them.
Nice. All right, we still have one more heat of Sun Valley Tire Wizzoto Midwest mods lined up on the backstretch still. Just waiting for the track prepping crew. They're just starting to pull off. Race officials are just driving on the track to see that it's exactly how they want it. Tow truck's coming back onto the track after dropping off Tyler Dell's car in his pit. We'll have some fixing to do, I imagine. And I hear engines firing, so I'm just going to go through the lineup as they come on, and we have a moment of silence. Hunter Besson in the 4B JR is going to lead them out on pole position, followed by the 3 of Jason Somack on his outside. The 72 of Rudy Peters is on the inside of row 2, and Garrett Hall in the 4H is on the outside of row 2. And on the third row, we have Arnie Tedeschi in the 13T and Corey Kaler in the 4K. All right. Yeah, they're all out there. Yeah, so top 4 transfer into the A main. The last 2 have to go to the B main to try to earn their way into tonight's feature race. Carl's giving them the rolled up green. That means 1 to go. Next time by, they'll see that green flag waving. Caution lights are out. They're getting up nice and tight, bunched up. Hunter Besson in the 4BJR, he sets the pace. He's pole position. He sets the pace for them rolling down the backstretch. And they have to wait for Carl to drop that green flag. All eyes are on him right now, waiting for it. Waiting. Green flag, let's go racing. And good start through turns 1 and 2, Hunter, but he slides up. Jason Somack on his inside, sends it into turn 2 and hits him, spins out in front of the field. The 4, I think that's the 4 of, no, that's not Hall, that's, got 2 4s in this one. The 4K of Corny Kaler spun out trying to avoid Jason Somack. Caution will be on Jason Somack in that 3 car. The 4BJR of Hunter Besson pulls down to the infield. He just wants the official to look at his car, make sure all the tires are still up, no damage to the car. When you get contact like that, sometimes it's good to know if nothing's broken before you go into the corner again.
This is a very tacky track today. So when they come out of turn 4 here on the green flag, they want to make sure that back end of their car is glued to the track and they can send her sideways. Sideways, one time.
Wonder if those cars aren't a little stuck together. It looks like they need a little push to push them apart. Sometimes with those wheels sticking out as far as they do, they get caught in the bars.
You can see those 3 track guys out in turn 3 there sitting on their perch. Those 3 guys have worked their butts off along with a few other guys. I'd like to thank J.R. Bearing and Power for putting their name on our Terragator water truck. That thing works very nicely, works in the water and lays it down nice and even.
They're getting the tow truck out to turn 3 to separate these 2 cars.
Didn't even get a single lap in, but once we get the tow truck there and get those 2 cars pulled off each other, we'll go back green flag racing.
That LMS leaderboard, that's a nice feature that we added this year. You get to see how many laps are left, who's in position 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then just this weekend, we added a lap counter board right into turn 1 there so the drivers can see exactly which lap they are on. They seem to appreciate it. And thank you, LMS Ag Equipment, for sponsoring our leaderboard. Thank you to Icon Direct for stepping up halfway through the year and putting a sign up on the backstretch. We got Cousins Oil and Lubricants, Ents Quality Seeds, Weeb Steel Structure. Weeb Steel Structure also sponsors the late model class, Elias Woodwork, and Gen Egg.
Something got messed up on the back of the 4 when he slid into Somack.
So Jason Somack in the yellow number 3 there was the cause of the caution. He gets sent to the back, and everyone else gets their spots back. Fortunately for the 4K of Corey Kaler, it sounds like he has some rear end damage on that car, and they're gonna have to take him back to the pits. Hopefully he can get it fixed and out for the B main and make it into the feature.
Officials just making sure there's no debris left on the track from the collision. Going green next time by. Or want to go next time by.
All right, because we didn't get a lap in, we're going to a complete restart side by side. Going green this time, and green flag waves. Hunter Besson's gonna try that top lane. He's gonna be the first one up there. Can it stick coming out of 2? And it looks like it does. Jason Somack makes no time going from last to second in one corner, chasing down Hunter Besson. Lap kicks off. Hunter Besson holds the lead 3 wide for that 3rd spot. Hunter Besson pulls away with a half-stretch lead over Jason Somack, who has another half-straightaway lead over the 3rd place car. 3rd place is battling there. Out of those 3 cars racing side by side, one is not going to make it into the A main and has to go to the B main. The 4H of Garrett Hall and the 72 of Rudy Peters is doing a great battle side by side, lap after lap for that 3rd place. Here they come through turns 3 and 4, side by side for 3rd. Looks like Garrett Hall got it at the line. They've been switching the lead back and forth. The 13T of Arnie Tedeschi is back in the battle. One of these cars is getting sent to the B main, and 2 of them are going to make it into the A main. Now it looks like Rudy Peters in the 72 is the odd man out. Hunter Besson finding that top line and just ripping around in that grip. White flag out, 1 lap to go. The 4 and the 3 are like a half lap ahead of 3rd place. Checkered flag out for Hunter Besson in the 4BJR, followed by the 3 of Jason Somack. And here it comes, the battle for turn 3. Garrett Hall sliding in turn 2. And Arnie Tedeschi in the 13T takes 3rd, followed by Garrett Hall for that last transfer spot. And the 72 of Rudy Peters will have to go to the B main. That was a tight battle for 3rd place there, with those 3 cars swapping the lead back and forth almost every lap.
The 4 BJR of Hunter Besson had a best lap of 15.955.
All right, that was the last heat of the Wazzoto Sun Valley Midwest mods. Right now, these are the Rosenort Credit Union Modifieds. So you'll listen to these motors as they come around. They have a lot more horsepower. They're running on alcohol. They have bigger spoilers on the back, and they put a lot more power down to the track.
Starting on the pole in the Rosenort Credit Union Modified entry, we've got the number 1R, Rick Delanes. Outside to Rick, we got the number 12, Tony Casey. Next, we got Danny Staff in the number 7, Brendan Lashinsky in the 16. Starting in 5th, we've got Ethan Friesen in the E3. And we got from East Grand Forks, Minnesota, Dustin Strand in the 71.
Now, last night in the feature race, Rick Delaney found that top line and was charging through the field while everyone else was racing down at the bottom. And unfortunately, he had so much grip, he tossed his drive shaft out in turn 2 and ended up not finishing the race. So let's see what he's got for us today in this heat race. The grip is there on the top. Let's see if he's going to take it.
You see Dustin Strand checking the top side of the track. My guess is he'll eventually end up there.
Green flag racing, and on they go. All running in the middle right now, 2 by 2 by 2. And Dustin Strand, you're right, taking that top lane and trying to make some passes. Danny Staff trying that bottom, just not working. Rick Delaney ripping the top. Single file following it through. Trying to find that little bit of a curb in the middle of the racetrack. And Dustin Strand moves up to 2nd. Charging hard through that field. Rick Delaney looks like he caught a little bit of a run in turn 3, but still holds the lead. Dustin Strand running 1 lane higher is trying to pass him on the outside. Going down the backstretch, side by side, sends it into turn 3 hard. And can he make it stick? Yes, he does. At the line, Dustin Strand takes the lead, followed by the 1 of Rick Delaney. Side by side, Rick slides up, but not quite enough. Dustin throws it into turn 3 hard, and it sticks coming up. Starting to gap the field a little bit. Those top 2 cars running full throttle all the way around the track. Lots of grip there. Feathering it a little bit coming out of turn 3, or turn 4, but man, they're making it work. Two laps to go for our leader. The field is spaced out pretty good, single file, and they are hammering that gas all the way down around the track. These cars are flying. White flag out. Checker flag for Dustin Strand in the 71, followed by Rick Delaney in the 1R. Third place goes to the 12 of Tony Cassie, and fourth place goes to the 16 of Brendan Lashinsky.
71, Dustin Strand getting best lap time, 14.966.
Dustin that was a display of pure power and traction. I kind of figured he'd end up at the top. He kind of showed it pacing the race at the beginning. But passing Mr. Delane there in the 1R is no feat either. I'm sure Delane will be back and have her tuned up.
Yeah, they'll make adjustments to their race car for the feature, and it'll be a good race coming up. Heat 2 for the Rosenort Credit Union Wazzoto Modifieds. Starting on the inside, we have Justin Bronk in the 92, and on his outside is the 36 of Ryan Cousins. On inside of row 2 is the 77R of Ryan Schrader, And on his outside is the 10W of Ward Emery. Row 3 on the inside is the 31 of Eric Clausen, and on his outside is the 27 of Brody Dobson. All right, we got our last two nights feature winner in this heat with the 10W of Ward Emery. 36 Ryan Cousins won his heat race last night, but didn't quite make it stick in the feature. Kind of see them all idling up on the top side of the track. These drivers are scoping it out. They want to know what kind of grip and how hard can they go into turn 1. Remember, this is their first time on the track today. Carl's giving them the rolled up green. 1 to go. 1 to go this time by. Takes a lot of skill to drive into that corner as fast as they're going, not knowing if their car is going to stick or not. You got to have a lot of faith in your weekly prep, making sure everything's working as it should. Green flag racing, let's go. Justin Bronk gets a good launch off the start, takes the lead, followed up by the inside of Ryan Schroeder in the 77R, and he spins out and contact with Ethan Friesen. Ryan Cousins goes down the backstretch. Yellow flag waves. Looks like the 36 of Ryan Cousins is okay. He swerved off the track to avoid that.
That was a near miss by Eric Clausen. He worked and thrashed last night and this morning to get the body panel straight on his number 31. Now he just drove right under the 77 as he was jacked up, facing the wrong way. 77 just about went airborne and over onto its lid, but 31 looks to be a little worse than when he first started, but
he looks a little torn up on that left side, but that whole right side of that car was off last night, and he was still pounding it out with a hammer trying to straighten it 2 hours after the races last night. So he put a lot of work into getting that car back on the track and looking as good as it does. So let's hope that he can keep it going here. I hear something squeaking on that 77R. It does not sound quite right.
I think it's just the mice.
He's going to pull up in front of the track official to see if he should be going back to the pits to do some fixing or if he can stay in the race. Again, not a lap completed, so we're going to go a full restart. Cause of the caution, we'll have to take the back of the field. Lineup looks set. Getting the rolled up green, 1 to go this time by, 1 to go. We'll see if Justin Bronk can get a good launch on the restart again. Sometimes when you have that second shot at the restart, you make some adjustments depending on what everyone else is going to do. Green flag, let's go racing. '27 of Brody Dobson had a great launch there coming up from the back. Ryan Cousins got put in the middle by Ward Emery and Brody. 77 digging hard, almost hits the wall. And Justin Bronk gets away from them all. Ward Emery slides up in front of Brody Dobson, completes the pass, and looks like Brody Dobson scrapes the wall coming by. Justin Bronk out in front front by half a turn, followed by Ward Emery, Brody Dobson, Ryan Cousins, Eric Lawson, and the 77R of Ryan Schrader. Top two cars starting to separate themselves from the field. A gap back to third, but that fourth place battle is heating up between Ryan Cousins and Ethan Friesen, or Eric Lawson, I mean. It does not sound like these guys are lifting at all. They are full throttle around this racetrack. 77R pulls to the infield. He does not feel confident driving his car. Looked a little off the pace the last lap. White flag out. We're coming to the checkered flag this time by Justin Bronk leading every single lap, followed by Ward Emery coming in second place to the checkered flag. Third is 27 of Brody Dobson, followed by the 36 of Ryan Cousins and 31 of Eric Clausen rounds out the field. That is loud.
Ward Emery taking best lap on that heat with a time of 15.064 on lap 3. He was not just driving it, he was flying that car.
Next up, we've got the Deadhorse stocks. We got 14 entries, 2 heats of 7 cars. On the pole, we've got Tommy Fair in the 21F, Tyler Fair in the 5F, Caden LeBute in the 17K, Nick Kraus from St. Adolphe in the 69, Stan Dewick from New Bothwell in the 07 HD. Then we've got Tyler McKenzie, Bus Jolly from St. Adolphe in the 37T, and Jesse Peterson in the 80 car. We've got 7 cars, 8 laps.
Yeah, all these cars will transfer into the A main, no B main for them. But your starting spot is based on where you finished your heat race, so you want to do a good job in the heat race to set yourself up for the end of the night. You only get paid for how you finish in the feature, so that's what the goal is. 2 brothers on the front row here, 21F and the 5F. Battle it out, it could get interesting.
They're going to give these guys a lap or two to pack down some of the marbles that are at the top and you let them have a look at the racing surface. You saw those A-mods, the left rear tire was tucked in and some of them were carrying the left front. They had max traction and they were putting it to the rear wheels and just sending it.
Yeah, on those A-mods, when you see that left rear tire start moving forward in the car, it means it has lots of bite in the track, and they're getting great drive off, and that they are standing on that gas pedal. These cars don't have quite the same horsepower and not quite the same grip, but it makes for some great racing, side-by-side racing, sometimes 3 wide. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch these guys.
Let's see if Nick Kraus can survive this feature without catching on fire like he did yesterday.
Yeah, last night Nick Krause in the 69 there caught on fire in his heat race and won it. Look at that, 3 wide already going into turn 2. Caden LeBute's leading the lead. Can he put the power down? No, the 07 HD on the inside, and Stan Duick is pulling ahead. Looks like he's found that little grip strip right at the top of the slick spot, and he's giving her. Jesse Pedersen is moving up from the back, already gained 3 spots in that 8-0 car. The 5F of Tyler Fair is making a move here. Caden LeBute, following in his tire tracks, decides to try to go a little higher on the corner, see if there's a bit more grip up there. That 07 HD was working really good right on the bottom by the tires last night. Now he's running more of a mid-track line. Looks lots of control. Tyler Fair in the 5F looks a little bit loose coming through 3 and 4. But he looks like he's got a great drive off too here. No, 07 HD pulls away from him again. Four laps down, 4 laps to go for our heat race. Jesse Pedersen in that 8-0 car is up to 3rd now, starting from the last spot. Stan Duick was last night's feature winner in this class, and he is looking really good. Got the lead early and has held it ever since. Sometimes with these races, it's not about the fastest, it's about not making any mistakes. Coming up against lap cars with 2 laps to go, sometimes gets tricky getting around a lap car. Both cars around him cleanly, racing good. Tyler Fair just drives it into turn 3, slides way up the track. Just trying to make gains. He sees that white flag. This is his last chance to do something here. I don't know if he'll have anything for Stan Duick in that 07 HD. Stan slides up just a little bit, but holds it on for the checkered flag. Stan Duick wins his heat, followed by Tyler Fair in the 5F, the 80 of Jesse Peterson. Rounding out 4th was the 17 of Caden LeBute. And I think Nick Krause in the 69 got 4th.
Best lap in Heat 1 goes to Stan Duick in the 07 HD, 18.535 seconds around this track.
Heat 2 is on the track. Pole position in the 73 is Steve Redmond from Winnipeg. Outside to Steve is Jamie Tates in the 2017, Justin Krause in the 207, Gary Felis from McDonald, Manitoba in the 56, Sean Weeb out of Winkler in the 53, Logan Rempel in the number 8, and Brian Bellew from Killarney, Manitoba in the 30K.
I'd be watching that 30K in the back there. On the first night, he missed his heat race and had to start in the back of the feature and ended up being our hard charger for the night. I think he made it up to 6th place. Let's see if he can have a better start to his night than that.
We have a lost iPhone 15 with a red case. If you find it, please take it to the t-shirt stand, and they will get it back to the rightful owner. Sorry, black case, red phone. Apparently I can't read.
All right, the field is pacing with Steve Redmond leading them all into turn 3. Getting ready to go green. Flagman's looking them over. Green flag waves, they're on the pedal and going fast. Steve dives it right down to the bottom. First time we've seen a guy put her right down by the tires, and he makes it stick, pulls away with a 3-car lead over second place. Gary Fearless in the 56 comes in second place. 27T is falling back through the field after starting on the front row. Brian Bello in the 30K is making up some ground now. Gary Fearless in the 56 is gaining on Steve Redmond in the 73. Brian is in that 30K, that pink and green car is charging hard on the outside. The 207 of Justin Krause slides up, pinching him out there on the backstretch. Gary Fearless is trying out a couple lanes higher than Steve Redmond. Looks like he got a good launch. Let's see what he does into turn 2 here. Can he make a stick? 3 wide for third. Brian makes it stick on the top. Justin Krause keeps it low on the 207, and the 30K is in third. The 56 and the 73 side by side on the front row. Looks like we got a new leader. The 56 of Gary Fearless. That 30K is gaining ground on them. 4 laps to go. Does he have enough time to make it to the front? Still side by side for the front. What a battle for that top 3. 30K coming on the outside. Looking to come around the 73. Great drive through the middle of the corner. Takes second place away. Steve Redmond is still there, driving on the bottom of the track. 56 is riding the middle. 30K had a good launch. Looks like Gary took a bit of his line away. See what we got coming into turn 3 here. Sends it in hard on the outside. Can he make it stick before he gets to the wall? Will he have to lift? New leader at the line. Yes, the 30K, the new leader at the line. Side by side at the white flag. Side by side down the backstretch. Now he's starting to pull away a half car length. The 30K of Brian from the back to the front in 8 laps. Checkered flag takes the win. Followed by the 56 of Gary Fearless, the 73 of Steve Redmond, the 207 of Justin Krause, and the 8 of Logan Rempel. Followed by the 53, Sean Weed, and the 27T of Jamie Tates.
Track guys are going to come out quickly just before the Midwest Modified B feature. Do some quick packing. And we will have the Sun Valley Tire Midwest Modified. Sorry, those are late models back there. I'm sorry.
Brian Value in the 30K taking the best lap in lap 5 with a time of 18.131 seconds.
The Weeb Steel Structure late model lineup goes like this. We've got Shane Holden, in the number 11 taking the pole position. Outside to him, we've got Leo Fearless from Headingley, Manitoba in the 71. Tyson Turnbull from Estevan, Saskatchewan in the number 10. Dustin Strand from East Grand Forks in the 71S. Scott Greer in the 5G. Kevin Sexton from Lorette, Manitoba in the 57. And Shane Edgington from East St. Paul, Manitoba in the 5E.
So 2 5 cars out there. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on.
You saw Dustin Strand. He's pulling double duty in the A mod, and now he's in the late model. So my guess is you're going to see him run the mid to high again because he's taken a peek at it. The rest of these guys really haven't had a look at it like what he has.
There's a couple drivers in the field this day running double duty. We also have Brendan Lashinsky running Sun Valley Tire Midwest mod, as well as the Rosenort Credit Union modified. So he put in there 2 cars, the number 16 as well.
You pay attention to the screen. Pembina Valley Counseling Center is having a fundraiser, car show, and car cruise. They're starting out in Altona, and they'll end off later on in the evening at Stardust Drive-In in Morden for a supper and a movie. They'll be featuring Ford versus Ferrari. This is a fundraiser for them. If you got a exotic, a late model, or a new car, an import, or a 4-cylinder, go support them. Again, this is their fundraisers on September 21st, starting in Altona.
We're also still looking for the missing iPhone. If you have found it, take it to Ruth at the t-shirt booth.
All right, we have the Weeb Steel Structures with Zoto late models pulling onto the track now. These cars look a little bit different than the last ones. They have a lot of horsepower, and those tires are about twice the width of our A-mods. These guys have a lot of grip, and they run really fast lap times around this track. All right, just a brief update. We got 1 to go. On the pole, 11 of Shane Holden. On his outside, the 71 of Leo Felius. On his inside of row 2 is the 10 of Tyson Turnbull. And on his outside is the 71S of Dustin Strand. On the third row, we have the 5G of Scott Greer. On his outside is the 57 of Kevin Sexton. And the last car in the row there is Shane Edgington in the 5E. And green flag, let's go racing! rest of the field. Side by side, these cars are full throttle through the corners. Just flying. Dustin Strand looks like he's a little bit faster than Shane Holden. Peeking on his inside, trying to see if he can make something stick. Shane Holden slides up just a little bit. Dustin Strand gets underneath the pedals down and across the line. New leader, 71 of Dustin Strand. Shane's not getting up yet. Oh, he had to lift out of the corner in turn 2. Dustin sends it back into 3, full throttle. Dustin Strand is making short of these 8 laps. 5 laps down, 2 laps to go. 7 of Kevin Sexton makes it into 3rd place, getting past the 5 lap traffic now, with white flag showing. Doesn't look like he'll quite get there. Across the line, checkered flag for Dustin Strand, followed by the 11 of Shane Holden. Looks like 3rd's going to be Kevin Sexton in the 57, Shane Edgington in the 5E, Scott Greer in the 5G, and Tyson Turnbull in the 10. Rounding out the field is the 71 of Leo Felius. And that was a fast 8 laps.
Those were some fast laps. Fastest one goes to Dustin Strand in the 71S, 13.699. That is a quick time to go 0.3 of a mile around a track.
That was a dance party right there. Watching Dustin Strand just send it into the corners. Next up, we got the Sun Valley Tire Wissota mod, the B feature of the Midwest mods. On the pole, we got Paul Veert in the 88. Set beside him, we got Jesse McCuskey in the 07 HD. Memphis Clausen in the 47. Rudy Peters from Selkirk in the 72. Keelan Hall from Kenora, Ontario in the 3H. Matt Nickel of Darlingford in the 18M. Bailey Cousins in the 7B. Adam Unruh in the 27A. Corey Kaler in the 4K. And Tyler Dell rounding out the field in the number 8. It's good to see Tyler Dell making the call for the B feature. He got everything squared away in the back end. We'll let them have a peek at the top side of the track, roll all the marbles in a little bit. This should be a good one too. If you're thinking these guys lift going to the corner, chances are they might lift about 10% of the time today because everything is just sticking and they just want to haul.
Yeah, it's good to see Tyler Dell in that 8 back out here after his hard hit into the turn 4 wall here. Looks like they got that car going and he is on the back of the field there. Let's see what he can make work. So the top 4 cars in this race will make it into the back of the A-Main feature. So these guys all want to be a part of that A-Main race. You want to be in that top 4. Carl's giving them the 1 to go. This time by, 1 to go. Green flag, let's go racing. hard into turn 2. Looks like the 07 HD has lots of bite up there. Cars seem to be rotating hard, but can he keep the power down? The 72 of Rudy Peters is coming along hard there on the outside. The 07 dropped down to the inside. Paul Beard is just holding the lead. Memphis Clausen, big bike up there, got his left front tire way up in the air. Looks like we have the 3H of Keelan Hall stopped in turn 2 there.
Bailey Cousins got into the side of him and he stopped on the backstretch there. It didn't look good for Bailey out there, the way he went off the track.
Oh, I didn't even see Bailey over there up against the trees on the backstretch. Looks like track officials are picking up pieces of race car there.
While we're waiting for them to get Bailey off the track there, this might be a tough question for some of you, but the engine builder for a lot of these guys here on this track, and this engine builder has won a lot of national championships with cars, and he is local to our area. Which shop is represented here very well, gets a $20 VB Entertainment gift card?
Miller Racing Engine?
Correct, Miller Racing Engines.
All right, I see the 3H rolling off the backstretch of Keelan Hall. Looks like his car's okay, take the back of the field. I see the 18M has stopped on the backstretch, wanting the official to look at something, maybe make sure all his tires are still have air in them. They're still looking at the 7B of Bailey Cousins up against the trees there.
They're going to get the tow truck flipped around, and he's going back to the pits.
18M is rolling again. Looks like he'll tag the back of the field here. All right, 7B of Bailey Cousins had some broken parts. They're taking him back to the pits. His night is done. Flag man's giving them the one to go, the rolled up green. This is what we call the Delaware double file restart. Because we completed a lap, so the leader gets to be out by himself, gets the whole track to himself, and then it's double file from there on back behind him. Second place gets to choose high or low. So the 47 of Memphis Clausen decided he wants the top lane. And that 07 HD is on the inside. It'll make it a little interesting. And green flag, let's go back racing. Paul Veert has led every lap, but Memphis Clausen looks like he has something for him. Doesn't quite have enough track to stick it, but man, he's got some side bite on that car. 07 HD just pulling that left front tire up in the air and standing on the gas. But that battle for the lead is looking really good. Memphis Clausen diamonds the corner, comes back down on the inside. Mayo's right back up to the top. Drives it again. Just can't quite get around Paul. 27 of Adam Unruh pulls off the track. We stay green. Looks like Paul's putting a bit more distance between him and Memphis. Looking smooth and steady out there. Is going to get him the win in this B main. But back for third and fourth, it's a battle. You want to be in that fourth place. So between the 07 to 8 and the 47. Keelan Hall is coming into the mix for that fourth place spot now. Looks like the 07 is pulling away a little bit to keep that third spot locked up. But that battle for fourth is just getting interesting. The 72, the 8, and the 3 all battling for that last transfer spot into the A main. Laps to go for our leader. 47 Memphis Clausen takes the lead for the first time. Paul Veert dives back down underneath him. This will be a great finish. A great battle at the start of the track. A great battle for that fourth place. They are mixing it up. Right flag out this time. Paul Veert takes the lead again, followed by Memphis Clausen, the 07 HD, and the number 8 of Tyler Dell is in fourth. Memphis sends it hard into turn 3, seeing if he can get the lead, and not quite. Paul Veert takes the checker leg, followed by the 47. Battle for fourth place, 07 HD. Gets him at the line, followed by the 8 of Tyler Dell, taking fourth and final spot into today's A main feature. Wow, that was a race.
We will have a 15, 20-minute intermission. Again, I got a bunch of prizes to give away. I've got
that concludes the heat races and the B main. We'll have a short intermission and then we'll be back with our feature races.
I've got 7 VB Entertainment Center $20 gift cards and 6 Rocks Bar and Grill $20 gift cards. You can pick which one you want. Let me think of some questions. I think I have somebody beside me that might be able to help me.
B feature fastest lap time goes to Memphis Clausen in the 47, 16.179 seconds around this track.
Track is starting to get a little bit of rubber in that bottom couple lanes there, and it'll be a little bit slower there. We'll see what the track crew wants to do, or if we want to just make those guys race up at the top. Just track officials are pushing the tires in so the crew can get to prepping the track.
Okay, I got 13 gift cards to give away, from 7 from Valley Bowling Lanes and 6 from Rocks Bar and Grill. I want to know who drove the furthest away. Yesterday we had somebody from BC here and another guy that drove 3.5 hours. So who's here from the furthest away? Winkler doesn't count. Arm of Stanley doesn't count. That's Winkler. Pennsylvania? Holy doodles. He crossed the border. No, I think we'll accept him. He even has the letter P on his shirt. You're from Winkler? Well, come on down anyway. You came from Pennsylvania anyway? We got to get this guy's name. He's going to be popular now.
What'd she say? Hey, I'm beat.
Arizona? Holy doodles.
That must be why it's so hot today.
You better be sorry. So you came from Arizona?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right on. What made you come to the Corn and Apple?
Family. My cousin Memphis is racing today.
That's your cousin? That's my cousin. Well, rock on, John Cron. So which one do you want? Do you want Rock's Bar and Grill or do you want Valley Bowling Lanes?
Do Valley Bowling.
You want Valley Bowling Lanes?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And what was your name?
Madison.
Madison. Congratulations, Madison. Madison actually led me to the next question here. She'll know this, but she can't win again. So Memphis had a racing partner. They were a racing team splitting duties. What was Memphis's other driving partner? I need you here.
I got someone over here who says he has the answer, but he does not want to run.
Let me guess. It's the guy. Oh,
this guy.
Malachi.
Malachi. Which one do you want? You only got one. Okay. So we got Valley Bowling Lanes going crazy here. What's a perfect score in bowling? Who knows that? The perfect score you need to get. Oh, holy doodles.
300.
300 is correct. What's your name, sir?
Jaden.
Jaden. Which one do you want? You want the Valley Bowling?
Oh, let's keep it rolling with Valley.
Keep it rolling with Valley Bowling. He says 300, but how many strikes in a row is that? How many strikes in a row is that?
All of them.
You're right, that's all of them.
I don't actually know how many that is.
$12.
12. What's your name?
Jaden.
Jaden. Which one do you want? You want the bowling one?
Yeah.
You want to go mini golfing? Or you want to try their good wings? There you go, Jaden. Anybody as hot as me, like my face, I think my eyeballs are sweating. Yeah? What? Well, no, well. Yeah, do that. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, now it's turning into a water fight here. Go ahead, give her. Oh, that's nice. Actually, you know what? Just for that. There you go. Thank you. Oh, let me think. Jeremy, do you know anything that I don't know? Oh, we're going to have the co-op candy toss go up behind these grandstands on the south side in the grass. We got two guys from co-op. They're going to toss some candy. All the kids under 75 can go. Thank you, GVE, for sponsoring tonight's event, the Green Valley Deer Run. We've got one John Deere tractor out there doing a hard work. These guys are tilling up the track right now. They're gonna loosen up some of the water, let it dry out just a tad. And then they're gonna roll everything in again. They're gonna pack it down nice and tight. Go see Nita in the Wentworth wet bin for all your hydration needs. They've got water, they've got pop, they've got alcoholic beverages. Again, thank you to the Morden Fire Department for chilling out with us in the center field there. This is the best day for them because they can just sit there and relax. Hopefully they don't have to get out of their chairs. And after the races, feel free to go to the pits, meet some of your favorite drivers, get autographs, get hero cards. I see some success. Somebody got candy. How are the hot dogs, sir? Amazing. How's the water?
Cold.
Cold?
I could trade you candy for a gift card.
No thanks. It's right. The trophies are coming out for the Deer Run. These 5 trophies look absolutely amazing.
You want your equipment to
I
work
think
as hard
Charlotte's
as you
just
do.
as hot as what I
A
am.
maintenance plan from LMS Ag Equipment will help ensure that your agriculture equipment
She's also worked really hard. She's a big support
Gold
system
Star
for
program is
Chris
the best in the business. It
during
includes
race week and race
for
weekend.
3 years or 3,000 hours. And
That whole Under family has a part here at the track
entire warranty
every
period.
year
We only
at
use
different
AGCO
levels.
genuine parts, and with the AGCO Parts Advantage warranty, all parts are covered for 1 year and labor for 6 months. And remember, at LMS Ag Equipment, our customers are family. If you need help, we'll be
Again, if
there
you
for
see any of these sponsors on the front stretch here on these billboards,
maintenance plan
go by their business,
or emergency.
support them, and tell them you came here and you saw their billboard, and tell them thank you for supporting the racetrack in Morden, Deadhorse Creek. I'm sure they'll appreciate it because this place doesn't go without all of their support, and of course all the fan support that we've had this year. It makes things a lot easier for us that we can see smiles on people's faces as they go home and
People really only have to see our shop once to know it's state of the art. So we specialize in heavy duty trucks, semi trucks in particular, and we are the only local altogether and one-stop shop. We have a very large, well-stocked showroom and warehouse above our showroom so that we don't have to outsource it either. No matter what the scenario is, we can handle it. Because heavy duty trucks need heavy duty care. We are Mike's Diesel, we are heavy duty.
guys, Corey here from Deadhorse Sales and Rentals. We're located at 35 Jefferson Street here in Morden, Manitoba. Specialize in construction equipment, boom lifts, scissor lifts, telehandlers, concrete tools, your lawn and garden needs, pressure washers, generators. We are a dealer for Generac Milwaukee tools and Unilite. Stop in today to get the tool you need.
Well, we're straight combining canola. We have two Fent 10T combines.
We replaced 3 combines with 2 ideal 10s. Reduces manpower and yet increases productivity.
It seems like you can get more done in less time, which means a lot to a guy.
The fuel savings are fairly significant.
Just like a Cadillac of equipment.
All right, thank you to Industrial Eats, the bunker out of Winkler, for coming out this weekend and serving us some delicious pulled pork and brisket poutine. So there's 2 people here in the sound booth. They're eating French fries. I think it's called brisket poutine. So there's fries, brisket, onions, green peppers, cheese. It looks really good.
Yeah,
And
my mouth's been full for the last few minutes. This is delicious.
Got something on your mustache.
If you're someone like me that doesn't eat fries, they also got a chopped rib bowl and a chopped brisket bowl. It's got jalapenos, cheese, gravy. It's delicious.
It's important to also announce yesterday we had a fireworks show here that was brought to you by TJ Auto Repair, Signature Bookkeeping, My Auto Glass, and 17 Automotive. Thank you, you 4 businesses, for supporting or sponsoring the fireworks last night. It was a fantastic show. Again, those people were TJ Auto Repair, Signature Bookkeeping, My Auto Glass, and 17 Automotive. Okay, we've got our 50-50 ticket number. It's a purple ticket. Number is 680931. 680931 for $215. It's a purple ticket. One more time is 680931.
Track prep crew is just tilling up the track, packing it back down, and adding some water to open up some more lanes of racing so we get more side-by-side action in these feature races we have coming up.
Here they come, the boys in the bright white sports car, waving their arms in the air. Who do they think they are? And where did they get that car? There they go, the boys in the bright white sports car, honking at all the girls. It's Jack of all trades Stan and Jerry the garbage man.
So we specialize in heavy duty trucks, semi trucks in particular, and we are the only local altogether in one-stop shop. We have a very large, well-stocked showroom and warehouse above our showroom so that we don't have to outsource it either. No matter what the scenario is, we can handle it. Because heavy duty trucks need heavy duty care. We are Mike's Diesel, we are heavy duty.
Guys, Corey here from Deadhorse Sales and Rentals. We're located at 35 Jefferson Street here in Morden, Manitoba. Specialize in construction equipment, boom lifts, scissor lifts, telehandlers, concrete tools, your lawn and garden needs, pressure washers, generators. We are a dealer for Generac Milwaukee tools and Unilite. Stop in today to get the tool you need.
Well, we're straight combining canola. We have 2 Fent 10T combines.
We replaced 3 combines with 2 ideal 10s. Reduces manpower and yet increases productivity.
It seems like you can get more done in less time, which means a lot to a guy.
The fuel savings are fairly significant.
It's just like a Cadillac of equipment.
Sometimes I hear that song and I'll start to sing along and think, man, I'd love to see that girl again. Man, I'd like to see that girl again. And we were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite songs, sipping whiskey out the bottle.
Thanks everyone for bearing with us in this scorching heat. It's a battle of nutrition for us as fans and the drivers. When they got to sit in the back stretch there, you see them lining up. You can see a John Deere tractor waiting to pull out the super trucks. It's not any warmer or any cooler for them over there. Only time it might cool off is when they got the lovely breeze flowing through their helmet.
Also have to remember
Jeremy
that
might know a little bit better because he races a car every now and then.
those guys are also wearing full-on fire suits, double or triple layer in those vehicles sitting there. So I think I'd take this position as far as heat goes, but they're having a lot of fun too.
It sounds like they'll be pulling off the track preparation team. Trucks are moving. The super truck feature goes as this. Starting on the pole, we got the number 2, Chris Audette. Starting outside to him, we got Nico Voss. In the 71, the 44 of Rob Reese, Madison Krause in the 20, Jamie Weir, the 14W, Gary Poirier out of St. Adolphe in the number 5, Robert Audette in the 53, and rounding out the field is Hayden Audette in the number 27. We got 15 laps with 8 cars.
As these trucks start to pace the field, followed behind that beautiful Green Valley Equipment tractor, Pace Tractor. This is night 2 of the Green Valley Run. It's a rain makeup race for last month. So I want to say a big thanks to Green Valley for being the title sponsor of today's races and providing the Pace Tractor. Infield safety crews getting into their positions. We're getting ready to go green for our first feature night of the race. Super trucks. 8 trucks total. Tightening up the bunch. 15 laps on the LMS leaderboard. Last night's winner was 27. Hayden Audette, he's starting dead last today. He had some problems in the heat race. Be interesting to see if he got those problems figured out and how he's going to do tonight. Green flag, let's go racing. Here we go. Chris Audette jumps out to a good lead right out the front. The 44 of Rob Reese dives down to the bottom to see if he can make it stick on the bottom and get past the 71. And he does, going into turn 3. He slides way up the track into that top groove. 71 diamonds the corner, the 14's underneath them side by side. They're going into turn 1. 3 wide there for a moment. Chris Audette is pulling away about 4 car lengths of 44 of Rob Reese. The 14 of Jamie Weir is just sticking her down on the bottom and making it stay there. Everyone else has moved up to the mid to high lane. Chris Audette is right on the rim on exit of turn 2. Look at that car jacking up, going around the corner. He is getting some grip and great drive off. Better battle back in the pack for 4th place between a Mercedes Audette and the 71 of Nico Voss. Chris Audette is pulling away. Rob Reese is sticking with him and putting quite a gap on 3rd place. Rob Reese has closed the distance to the leader by a couple car lengths. Looks like he had a great lap that time. He's got 10 more laps to see if he can get to 1st place. Chris slides up all the way using every bit of that racetrack. Same with Rob, getting right to the end of the backstretch. 14 of Jamie Weir is gaining ground on them, followed by 3 cars going 3 wide for 4th place. Looks like Hayden Audette is on the move. Big slide job in turn 2 to get past Mercedes. That is for the 4th spot. Back at the front of the pack in turn 2, our leader is coming up on lap traffic. Let's see if this slows him down enough. Chris Audette gets past the lap traffic of the 53. Rob Reese dives all the way down to the bottom to clear the lap traffic. See if he can get past the leader. 7 laps to go. Chris's truck looks like it's pushing just a little bit there. Let Rob Reese gain a few more spots. Lap traffic is slowing him down a little bit there. Rob's got it within a car length or 2 that corner, but Chris just has such great drive off. 5 laps to go. Chris and Rob, number 2 and 44 in the front of the pack, leading by almost a whole straightaway. Rob Reese just needs Chris to make a few mistakes here and capitalize on them. Laps to go this time by. Chris Audette is still the leader, followed by the 44 of Rob Reese, the 14 of Jamie Weir, and the 27 of Hayden Audette. Leaders by the flag stand now, 2 to go. Looks like Chris Audette is not quite done with lap traffic. He's coming up on Mercedes Krause. White flag, and he dives it down low to clear her. Is it going to hold him up? No, slides up in front of the lapped car, and it looks like he put some space on Rob Reese. Last time through corners 3 and 4. Chris Audette Odette takes the checkered flag, followed by the 44 of Rob Reese. Round comes the 14 of Jamie Weir. And the 27 of Hayden Odette.
We'll wait patiently for Chris Audette to take his victory lap with a checkered flag in the number 2 Dynasty Bathroom Super Truck. That number 2 truck is always one to watch in super trucks. Truck is very well maintained and tuned. Gonna give him a push into victory lane. That truck is rather warm, so kids, please watch out if all of a sudden something does go pop. We're gonna welcome him into Deadhorse Creek GVE victory lane.
Yeah, one of the great traditions we have here at Deadhorse Creek with the victory lane is kids, if you want to come on down and stand along this fence to cheer on your driver after they win the race, you're more than welcome to do so.
We've got a track photographer again. She does such a fantastic job. All right, as he drives by, give Mr. Audette a warm welcome. Well deserved. He's fought 2 days, to get into victory lane. I don't know how he does it, but I would be screaming warm in there. Somebody's going live. He's taking off his belt. As he gets out, let's give him a hand for taking night 2 of the John Deere Deer Run. Congratulations, Chris Audette. This number 2 Dynasty Bathrooms Chevy truck looked to be dialed in today. The track changed drastically from the heats. And did you expect it to change that much?
I always expect it to change between the heats and the features, just because there's so many cars going over it. Especially these guys, they work during intermission, they work hard on it. I know as soon as that, what we call the tickler comes out, I know right then and there's going to be some tack. So at that point, I loosen her up and get her ready to eat.
Right on. Who would you like to thank that helps your race program here?
First off, my wife for putting up with it. Because we're in the garage a lot. I don't know if you guys noticed, there's a lot of Odettes or people from St. Adolphe here. We have 4 trucks. We have 1 B-Mod, and then my son-in-law runs a Pure Stock. So my wife putting up with it. My dad, who's a big part of it. Everything's at his shop. Sponsors, Dynasty Bathroom, Renovations Plus, Duke's Burgers, Ken's Carpets, S&N Interlock. I got so many on here, PDF Mechanical. All these guys help us out with the cost of everything. Makes it great. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris. I'll let you collect your big check. Looks like somebody's going to get an Audette hat. Nice bright orange and black. Quick family photo. This is something cadets always do. They give out a hat to somebody that's in victory lane with them. While we wait, the track crew is busy packing the top side or the complete track here a little bit. Packing some of those marbles that the trucks kicked up. You see the JR bearing and power Terragator hard at work today. And the Husky truck there is also just making laps.
All right, we got the Sun Valley Tire Midwest mods on the track for their A main. And there's a lot of them. We got 20 cars in the feature race today. We're gonna start at the top. Number 1, Jason Somack on the pole position in that yellow 3. On his outside is the 38 of Nick Hooper. Starting second row on the inside is the 4BJR of Hunter Besson. And on his outside is Nick Audette.
Starting 5th, we've got Lance Ralph in the 54. In the 6th position, we've got Glenn Manning. In the 15, the number 4B is Brendan Rehill out of St. Andrews, Manitoba. Austin Hunter in the 44 from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Ted Dell in the 95 from Carmen. We got Murray Cozy out of Headingley, Manitoba in the number 55.
And then you got Dylan McLaughlin in the 77X. And on his outside is... Oh, they're different there. On his outside is the 13T of Arnie Tedeschi. Next row, you have Brody Kraft in the 77JR. And on his outside is Jeff Rempel in the 8R. Then starting 15th, we have Brendan Lushinsky in the 16. And on his outside is Garrett Hall in the 4H. These are your transfers from the B main.
The last 4 positions are occupied by Paul Viert in the 88, Memphis Clausen in the 47, Jesse McCuskey from New Bothwell in the 07 HD, and number 8, Tyler Dell from Carmen, Manitoba.
Now there's going to be some good battles to watch. At the front of this race, you have the 3 and the 38. They put on a great battle. They're both driving hard. But I'm interested to look all the way back to row 4. You have the 4B of Brandon Rehill and the 44 of Austin Hunter. They're always up at the front and putting on a great battle. And it'll also be interesting to see how our cars from the B main, starting with Paul Viert, how they handle this racetrack and how they can move forward to the front. That blue and black 16, he's one of the guys driving double duty. You'll see him also in the Wazzoto Modifieds feature. Green flag, let's go racing. 3 wide into turn 1. Brandon Rehill on the bottom, digging hard. Hunter Besson sliding up. We got Glenn Manning almost going off the track, getting pushed all the way out to the top. They're really taking that top lane now and letting her eat. Nick Audette did good work moving from 4th to 2nd on that start. Now he's getting right behind Nick Hooper, challenging him for the lead. These cars are still racing 2-3 wide in the middle of the pack. 44 of Austin Hunter down on the bottom, digging for 3rd, up beside the 4B of Brandon Rehill. Both of those guys have moved forward 2 whole rows. Advantage goes to the 4B of Brandon Rehill. And the caution flag waves. Looks like Memphis Clausen is back against the trees there. The 47 of Memphis Clausen went off the track. I don't know if he's the only one or if there's another car back there.
As suspected, Austin Hunter's moved up a couple of positions from starting in the 4th row. He sits in position number 4 right now. So that number 44 is locked down, and Brandon Rehill is also in 3rd place. So they've both moved up 4 to 5 positions to be in the top 5. Drivers are riding in single file as timing and scoring is getting the lineup, the correct lineup for them to get into. This is going to be a Delaware style double file restart. Jason Somac's going to be on the front row all on his own, and then the number 20 car will be able to choose if he wants to be, even though he's in 2nd position, he can choose either the top or the bottom, and everybody else files in behind him.
All of these drivers have a radio in their earbud, and the race director is telling them in which order to go. So if you're all wondering how they know where they're supposed to restart, we're telling them where to go. And the great thing about this radio is one-way communication. We can talk to them, they cannot talk back to us. So now they're just going single file as the race director is going through the lineup, telling them where they can all go. And once that's set, then we'll double them up and get ready for the restart.
We got 2 laps in. Carl, our flagman's going to fly the Green Valley green, or the John Deere green flag shortly, coming out of turn 4.
Green flag, let's go racing. Brandon Rehill right to the bottom. Big slide job. Oh, that was a big slide job. Jason Somac cuts underneath him, crossover and back into corner 3. Jason slides way up the track. Austin Hunter down on the bottom, just digging, gets past Nick Odette. Brandon Rehill takes the lead that lap by, leads lap 12. Or lap 8. Austin Hunter and Brandon Rehill, starting from the 7th and 8th spot, have worked into 1 and 2. Oh, caution! Car hard into the wall in turn 4. Caution flag waved to secure.
Caution flag is out. We got Jeff Rempel in the wall in turn 4 here. The safety crew rushes out to him to check to see if he's okay. He seems to be okay. They're calling for the tow truck, I think.
Back end of that race car looking like he took a hard hit into that wall. Looks like he'll probably be pulling off to go down to the pits. We got Hunter Besson parked on the infield, just getting checked over, just to see if his car's all right. Looks like his steering's good. Track worker's giving them thumbs up. He'll go back and join the lineup. Man, there was some intense racing at the front there. Intense racing all over this track. These track officials have given a very, very spicy track for these drivers to show their skills and their talents.
You betcha they have. I'd like to thank the guys, the volunteer staff that are in the middle there, braving the heat with no shade in sight. I'm sure they are drinking bottles and bottles of water. Dennis on that little side-by-side there, he's been hustling all weekend long. Mark as well. Special thanks to those guys. And then we got the corner people in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's not an easy job staying alert while we got 20 cars on the track and it's hot.
Yeah, and the trick is to try to keep an eye on everything happening because there's good racing from the front of the field all the way to the back. And sometimes you don't know where to watch, where that caution's going to come out or what's going to go on. So with these corner workers in the infield, try to keep track of every car on the racetrack and be there immediately when they're in trouble and have an accident to check up on them.
It took the number 4, Brendan Rehill, 3 laps to take the number 1 position. And Austin Hunter the same amount to follow him into the 2nd position. Looks like we'll be getting one more lap before we go green. However, somebody's going to get a rolled up black flag. That is a warning to somebody. The next time they see that flag is a DNF. They will be asked to leave the track.
Flagman Carl's waving the black flag to the 8 of Tyler Dell. He is missing his rear bumper. He is not allowed to race without a rear bumper. He is being sent back to the pits.
Okay, he got the black flag, not a rolled up one.
When you see those cars, you can see that fuel cell in the back, and if you have no rear bumper, there is no protection. Green flag, let's go racing. And right away, Brandon Rehill to the bottom. Austin Hunter hitting some big ruts, bouncing all the way up the track, opening the door for Nick Audette to get there. Can he hold that top line all the way around? Great drive off the corner, running for that 3rd spot. Those front 2 cars starting to separate a little from the field, but Jason Somack sends it through the middle for 3rd place. As they come around to the flag stand, Brandon Rehill has about 2 car lengths on Austin Hunter. Austin Hunter has about 5 on Jason Somack back to 3rd. But it is 3 wide racing from there on back. These guys are using every inch of the racetrack from the bottom all the way to the top. Here come the leaders back around. Brandon Rehill in the 4B, Austin Hunter in the 44, just chasing each other down. Cross flags in the air halfway down. The rest of the group thunders past the flag stand. Hunter Besson is caught up to the 20 of Nick Audette and is pushing hard trying to get into that podium position. Everyone wants to be on the podium for the Green Valley John Deere run. And he does it. He clears them for 3rd. The 4B JR is now running in 3rd. Meanwhile, Brandon Rehill and Nick Audette have stretched out almost a half straightaway from the rest of the cars. They're starting to get a little bit more packed up. Oh, big contact in turn 3. The 88 of Paul Beard runs into the 47 of Memphis Clausen. Causing him to slide up the track, but we stay green. looks like Brandon Rehelm. Oh, caution. The 47 just had some side contact there with the 88. I'm not sure what's going on. The 88 ran him pretty wide on that last lap. Looked like there was something happening under caution. Looks like the 47 of Memphis Clausen's ending his night on the tow truck. Hard charge through the field, through the B main, and now 5 laps left to go in the A main feature. There was some contact with him in an 88 of Paul Veert. Looks like that left rear tire is not the way it's supposed to be.
I don't think if it's 90 degrees to the way it's supposed to be running, you can't run too well like that. There's no setup in the world that'll fix that for you.
Yeah, that makes it pretty hard to make the car go where you want it to go.
But if this were a demolition derby, that would still be okay.
Well, you don't know. Sometimes these races do turn into a bit of a demolition derby. But the goal is you want to keep these guys, you want everyone to drive on the trailer at the end of the night. That's a good night of racing when you can still drive your car onto the trailer and you don't have too much fixing to do before your next weekend. All right, I think we're going to a single file restart. Once we're inside 5 laps to go, it's a single file restart, getting ready to drop the green. And green flag, let's go racing. The 4B of Brandon Rehill leads them into turn 1, followed by the 44 of Austin Hunter, and the 4B JR is making up some distance on that 44. Sends it in on the high side. Let's see if he can follow Brandon Rehill through. Show him how it's done, and that is tight at the flag stand. Did he get it? Not quite. Still in 3rd place, but there. Drive off turn 2, and he gets that 2nd spot. Can he hold it to the flag stand to make it official? Brendan Lushinsky pulls into the infield in the 16 car. Something must have gone wrong for him. Side by side for turn 2, but then Hunter pulls out and gets the 2nd place. 2 laps to go. 4B and the 4B JR. We have a spun car down in the bottom of turn They're about to take the white. Another caution. I think that is the 4K. Pardon me, I think that's the 4H of Garrett Hall. Yes. Coming all this way from Brandon, Manitoba to come race here in Morden. He'll join the back of the pack. We'll add another lap to the lap board because that lap had not been totally completed. They're getting the 1 to go this time by. The 4B of Brandon Rehill, followed by the 4B Junior of Hunter Besson. Next is the 44 of Austin Hunter, the 20 of Nick Audette, the 3 of Jason Somack, and the 38 of Nick Hooper. Waiting for that first car. He gets to decide when he goes. And there he goes, green flag waving. Sends it down to the bottom. Hunter Besson goes to the top. No. Brandon Rehill goes again to the bottom. Hunter Besson back up to the top. Coming around this time, car off turn 2. Spinners in 1 and 2. Caution, caution. Looks like we have Garrett Hall and the 07 HD of Jesse McCuskey spun in turn 2. I saw a car go off turn 3 up against those trees. It was the 38 of Nick Hooper. What car is pulling off the track there? Is that Audette? Nick Audette? Yeah, it looks like Nick Audette pulled back to the pits. Garrett Hall in the 4 went back to the pits. And the 07 HD. These tires look good. I'm not sure about the other side. They must be good. He's driving kind of straight. All right, looks like we're going to try this green-white checkered again. These two 4B cars, the 4B and the 4B Junior, are putting on a show with this track. There's a big rut building right in turn 2 there, right in the middle, and you see the cars start to hop sideways when they get through it. It looks a little bit scary, to be honest. Here they're bunching up tight. Getting ready to drop the green. Green flag, let's go racing. Brandon is hard on the gas pedal. All the cars out of turn 4 and going into turn 1 and 2. Everyone's getting through nice and clean. Austin Hunter had a great restart that time, coming right up to the inside of Hunter Besson. And it is tight, but 2 laps to go. Still leading the way, the 4B and the 4B Junior. We are still green. Can we make it to the white flag? Austin Hunter way down on the bottom, trying to get everything he can. Hunter Besson gets him at the line. White flag, 1 time around for Brandon Rehill in the 4B. Cars 3 wide through the middle of the pack. Back to the leader, got 2 car lengths on Hunter Besson, jumping some ruts. Coming to the checkered flag, Brandon Rehill, followed by Hunter Besson. Austin Hunter. And the 95 of Ted Dell. Wow, what a race. As these guys scale and get ready to come into victory lane, gotta give your hats off to these drivers, putting everything out on the line to give you guys a show.
That was an intense last 3 laps. Just when you thought Brendan Rehill had the win in the bag, 2 cautions came out, and the 4BJR and the 44 were hot on the heels of each other, and on to Mr. Rehill.
Well, Austin Hunter definitely keeping Hunter Besson honest on that last run. He dived down to the bottom. I thought he might chance at it there.
That looked close coming to the line, but at the end of the day, our race receiver tells us who wins.
Saying close is only good in hand shoes and horse or handshake. Man, Captain got my tongue there. Hand grenades and horseshoes.
These guys will pack in some of the marbles again. The Husky and that Tarrigator, they have put on many laps here this year. Special thanks to Centennial Supply and Napa Auto for keeping our units running prime and in good condition. JR Bearing for putting their name on there. All right, let's give him a hand, Mr. Brendan Rehill. I'm not sure what he's thinking, but a sip of water does a body good. That's 2 wins for him this weekend in 3 nights. Let's see if he can carry that over to Thursday to get another win there so he can go back to back. All right, everybody, let's give him a hand, Mr. Brendan Rehill. Tell me, are you gassed? Are you gassed?
Yeah.
How was your night last night?
Well, it was a very long night. Don't stay up till 6 o'clock in the morning. Try to do this the next day. It sucks.
Alrighty, take your ball of water again. So let's quickly just go over who would you like to thank again that helps your race program be as top notch as it is. That's 2 wins in 3 days here at Deadhorse Creek. First, you got crowned the king of the corn, and now you're the GVE deer run. You're running for the deer.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Valerie here taking pictures, my crew, all you guys for coming to sit out here in this weather all day. It's crazy. I wouldn't be sitting in the stands right now, but I'd rather be in here, and I don't even want to be in here today, so. And everyone else, everyone.
Perfect. Thanks, Brendan. Collect your check and your trophy, your trophy. He breaks his trophy already. That's a pretty calm celebration. He's got his crew and his girlfriend and his little boy. All right. Congratulations again, Cheeseburger Larson. You weren't at the top. You were a bottom feeder today. It's good to see there's diversity in your race program. Make sure you stop by the concessions to quench your thirst. They've got Victory Fuel, lemonade, and punch. They got Barks root beer, Coke, Orange Crush, Orange Grape, water, of course, 7-Up, and Pepsi. Anita wants to get rid of all this, so you better come now before it's gone. I'm going to enjoy myself a can of lemonade by Victory Fuel. Like it says on there, it's a source of your daily vitamins, caffeine-free electrolytes, and kid-friendly, no coloring and no sugar. That's how healthy it is. My wife will be happy.
All right, rolling down the backstretch behind that beautiful Green Valley Pace Tractor, we have the Rosenort Credit Union with Zoto Modifieds. 12 cars make up our feature for you here, guys, tonight. Starting on the pole, we have the 92 of Justin Bronk. I think he led every single lap of his heat race, followed by the 27 of Brody Dobson on his outside. Right behind Justin is, the 36 of Ryan Cousins is not on the track yet. I'm not sure if he'll make it. And then the 16 of Brandon Lushinsky on the outside of row 2. On the inside of row 3 is supposed to be the 1R of Rick Delaney, and on his outside is the 12 of Tony Cassie. On row 4, we have the 10W of Ward Emery, and on his outside is supposed to be the 71 of Dustin Strand. Row 5, we have the E3 of Ethan Friesen, and the outside is Eric Clausen in the 31.
Ryan Cousins is combining.
Oh, I was just informed Ryan Cousins is missing the race, so I guess everyone on the inside row gets to move up one spot. Anyway, last row is we have Danny Staff in the 7 and Ryan Schrader in the 77R, who I do not see on the racetrack yet. So we have 10 cars on the track ready to take the green. Green flag waves, let's go racing. 92, Justin Bronk is hard on the gas, Brody Dobson charges into turn 1. Can it stick? Yeah, and he slides all the way up. Is he gonna have to lift? And side by side down the backstretch, Brody and Justin side by side. Who's gonna be brave? And Brody Dobson takes the lead in that 27. Brendan Lushinsky's gonna try the top row, see if he can get by Justin Bronk. Rick Delaney falls into 4th. Ward Emery in the 5th spot. Justin Bronk is getting the feel of it. He is getting close to the back end of that 27 car. Looks like he caught a rut and his car really took off in turn 2. 27 slides up. This opens the door. New leader. Justin Bronk in the 92 takes the lead away from Brody Dobson. Rick Delaney stretching it out a little bit. Brandon Lushinsky looks off the pace. He's falling back through the field. Just lost 4 spots. Justin Bronk gets a little sideways, opens the door. Both cars slide up. The 27 of Brody Dobson slides all the way off the backstretch. Comes back onto the track. Looks like he'll regain in 4th spot. Justin Bronk has the lead, and he has like 4 car lengths ahead of Rick Delaney. 2nd place. Ward Emery, last night's winner, is moving forward through the field. He started in 7th spot, he's back up to 3rd, now battling for 2nd. Ward Emery puts it right down to the bottom, battling Rick Delaney for that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Justin Bronk is way ahead of them. Battle for second place on your screen right now. Justin Strand gets past Rick Delaney, making him pull back to fourth. As the leaders race, we have the 92 of Justin Bronk, followed by the 10W of Ward Emery, the 71 of Dustin Strand, the 1 of Rick Delaney, and the 27 of Brody Dobson, the 12 of Tony Cassie. Rounding out the field is the 31 of Eric Clausen and the 7 of Danny Staff. Ward Emery moved back up into second place. Looks like he's closing some positions. The leader coming around now is going to get the cross flags halfway through the race. It looks like that 92 lost a little bit of his spoiler on the top of turn 3. You can see a little piece of orange sitting up there. Now that battle for the lead is shaping up. It's getting nice and tight between your top 3. Justin Bronk has led the lap, every lap. Ward Emery in second place, followed by Justin Strand in third. Looks like Justin Strand is going to make a move. To the bottom. Oh, Justin Bronk drives it in a little bit too deep, but he recovers. They're coming up on lap traffic. Danny Staff is just on the bottom, running that low line right around the tires as your 3 leaders come around him. Second place is side by side. 71 of Dustin Strand making a move on Ward Emery, 3 wide coming out at turn 2 with the lap car. Oh, and Justin Bronk slides way up, opens the door for Ward Emery. 3 wide battle. Justin Bronk hit some ruts there, caused the car to get a little unsettled. And Dustin Strand got around him, and now Ward Emery slides up. Dustin Strand gets around him, and Justin Bronk. Side by side again for battle 2. And now another new leader. We have Dustin Strand leading the race by several car lengths. The ruts on the top of the corners are getting a little treacherous. 2 laps to go. Justin Strand leading by half a straightaway, followed by the 92 of Justin Bronk and Ward Emery. White flag for your leaders. Just going to stay clean and green, hopefully. Dustin Strand across the line with his hand out the window, followed by Justin Bronk in the 92 and Ward Emery in the 10W. What a race! The rest of the cars come across the checkered flag. Our leaders make it onto the scale. Wow, what a show in driving right there.
Those were some intense last 7 laps. Emery gets the pass on the 92. Holds the lead, bobbles coming out of turn 4, loses it. 71, Dustin Strand passes him. And then that's all she wrote. A few shimmy shakes on this type of track. You lose your line, you lose your momentum. And the guy behind you is going to take advantage of that and go for the win. We got word when we were reading out the lineup that Ryan Cousins didn't come to the feature. He left for home to start combining. Ryan's got a family farm that he takes care of, so combining takes first over racing. You got a combine to make the hay, to make the cash, to have a race program as good as what he and Bailey Cousins has. Dustin Strand, as he comes into Victory Lane, sponsored by Green Valley Equipment, give him a warm welcome. He came from Grand Forks, North Dakota. You'll see him in many big money races as well. He's a very talented driver, driving a modified here today, right now, and later on you'll see him in his late model. This is Dustin's first time in Victory Lane here at Deadhorse Creek Speedway. Give him a warm welcome. Dustin, I've seen you race in Grand Forks numerous times, and then I saw you in a late, well, I usually see you in a late model, and then all of a sudden I seen you in a modified, and I'm like, well, doesn't he win enough in late models? He wants to go and show the guys in modifieds how to do it, but here you came with both cars again. Congratulations. First time here. It's good seeing you in Morden. Who'd you like to thank for making your race program so successful?
Yeah, first of all, I got to thank the guys in the pits. My dad, Nate, and Timmy have been working their butts off in this heat. We've had a good time up here this weekend. Walhalla Building Center, Cars Grain Service, Double Deuce Bar and Grill, Friggy Farms, Q&Z Plumbing and Heating, Key Weight and Truck Service. We just got a lot of great people. Sturdy Engines makes this baby rock and roll, and appreciate all the fans for coming out.
Perfect. Thank you again. He memorized his sponsors just like that. He's done it a number of times. Grab your trophy. Congratulations on night number 2 of the Green Valley Deer Run. Give him a warm round of applause. He deserves it. He battled. He battled hard.
Yeah, now he has to hurry up and get ready to get in his late model for the model feature.
We would like to thank the 410 fans that made their way out to Deadhorse Creek Speedway, sorry, my bad, and contended with these sweltering temperatures that we are dealing with today.
You'll actually see Dustin Strand run with the World Outlaws late models occasionally when they come to Grand Forks, and especially in the NLRA Late Model Association. He runs there. He's one of the top runners. Very familiar with Victory Lane, as you could tell. He knew exactly who he wanted to thank. Well scripted.
Up next on deck, we have our Deadhorse stocks, which is nice because it does, like we were saying, Dustin Strand doing double duty in the late model. It gives him a little bit of time to get ready and get in that car. But looks like track prep's just rolling back all the ruts and the stuff to the track that those A-mods did. Hopefully we'll give as just as good a show with these Deadhorse stocks as we had with the A-mods. I'm out of breath.
I think I'm out of sweat and out of breath.
I'll be honest, I was pretty excited during that race. I was just yelling into the mic. You guys probably couldn't hear it because those cars are loud. We had a decibel meter here last night, and I think we were over 100 decibels with the A-mods. And I think we were just as loud tonight as we were yesterday. Yeah, we have been actually live streaming this whole event on YouTube. So if you guys missed something or you want to watch it back, just Google Deadhorse Creek Speedway on their YouTube channel, and you should be able to find live video of this whole event. And thank you to all the viewers out there who are watching us right now. Thanks for making this part of your Sunday afternoon. I know there's no NASCAR on right now, and you get to watch some good old-fashioned dirt racing.
And the good thing about watching it back, you can mute. You don't have to listen to us.
No, the live stream has to listen to us. All right, let's do the rundown for our Deadhorse stocks lineup here. All right, starting in the pole position, we have the 207 of Justin Kraus. On his outside, we have the 73 of Steve Redmond. In row 2, we have the 80 of Jesse Pedersen, and on his outside is Caden LeBute in the 17K in that 57 Chevy. Starting in the 5th position, we have Brian Bello in the 30K, and on his outside is Stan Dewick in the 07 HD. On the inside of row 4, we have Tyler Fair in the 5F, and on his outside is the 56 of Gary Felius. In 69, we have Nick Kraus, and on his outside, we have the 8 of Logan Rempel. We have the 21F of Tommy Fair, and on his outside, we have the 53 of Sean Weeb. And then on the last row, we have Taylor Mackenzie Bourgeois in the 37T, and Jamie Tates on the outside in the 27T. There's some good-looking cars out there. It's a very diverse group. They all look a little different. It's not like the A-mods, the B-mods, but we're getting it ready to go green here. They're tight up, nice and bunched up, ready to go. Flagman Carl's waiting for the green, and it waves. Let's go racing, guys. Steve Redmond first on the loud pedal. Justin Kraus slow on the gun there. I don't know if he didn't see the flag, but immediately falls back to 4th. Caden LeBute riding that top side, stepping on the gas. 3 wide for the lead, 4 wide for the second row. Caden LeBute looks like he wants that high side. He's going to try making it stick. And looks like he does. The 80 of Jesse Peterson is challenging him. Oh, and he goes almost off the track there, Caden LeBute. And a little bit of contact between him and the 80. Front bumper got loose there. Brian in the 30K is charging up through the field. Looks like he wants to run on that high side too. Steve Redmond's racing down there in that slick spot of the track, making it work. If you watch that red car on the inside, he's got tire smoke. He's burning that tire off coming around that corner. Then way down at the bottom, Nick Kraus, nice and slow in the 69. Looks like the 80 slid right up in front of 17, Caden LeBute. They all got bunched up there, 4 wide. And I think we have a flat tire on that 80. Yeah, flat right rear on the 80 as he's coming along the pit wall. See if he can make it safely to the pits. But Nick Kraus in the 69 just riding the bottom, missed that whole lock jam in turns 3 and 4. And he comes around with the lead. Can he hold it to the checkered flag, or is Caden going to get him at the line? Caden gets him at the line. And caution waves. We got multiple cars pulling off. Looked like
the 80 is off the track, and the 5F just left the track.
The 5F of Tyler Fair, and it looked like the 80 of Jesse Pedersen pulled off the track there. I saw Jesse had a flat right rear. I'm not sure what happened to Tyler. Maybe there's some debris in turns 1 and 2 there. Looks like track officials are trying to take a look at it. All right, just looking at the leaderboard there. Saying the 17 is in the lead. I'm wondering if the 69's transponder isn't working there.
The 5F has come back onto the race surface here. those three cars there argue it out, the 69, the 56, and the 5F, who's supposed to go where. 69's got his work cut out for him. He was battling for first just as the checkered flag came out. Now he sits 6th position. Now he may want to have a little fire on his engine, just like he did the other night. Get the hot shoe going.
All right, we're going to go with the Delaware double file restart. So it means Caden LeBute in the 57 Chevy gets the whole lane to himself. Steve Redmond gets to decide whether he wants the high lane or the low lane, and the 30K has to go where he doesn't. And then everyone else follows in line there. Only second place gets to choose his lane. Everyone else has to go where they're told. All right, looks like we got them all lined up. Carl's giving them the 1 to go. 11 laps left on the board. Caden LeBute is leading, followed by Brian Bellew in the 30K. Steve Redmond in the 73 on his outside. Getting nice and bunched up. Caden setting a slow pace on this restart. He gets to decide when he goes green. And there he goes, steps on it. All the cars jump on it. 3 wide for second. Joe 7 dives down to the bottom. 30K slides up in front of the 73. But the 73 has a good runoff. We're still 3 wide for second. Looks like that top line's coming in a little bit stronger. Now Brian is right to his back bumper. What's he gonna do? And Steve Redmond starts to spin. Can he gather it up? Barely saves it. Nick Kraus is right on his back bumper. Lets the 07 HD get ahead on the bottom. Now what are we gonna do? 3 wide into turn 1. 1 car on the bottom. Man, that's slick down there. You can see them sliding sideways. Caden using every single inch of that racetrack. Seven leads, 30 is in second place, and 17th falls back to third. Looks like the bottom lane is starting to come around. Maybe the top's going away. That 07 HD was last night's winner, but Brian Bellew in the 30K looks like he's got something for him. He's sticking right to his bumper. Maybe wait for an opportunity when he gets to lap traffic here. They're just a half straight away from that 53, that lap car. All of these cars. Oh, looks like we got a flat tire on Gary Felis. Right rear is down, completely flat. Throwing mud into the grandstands. As the leaders come around, Brian Bellew goes back to the top. 07 HD down to the bottom. Are they going to split this lap car? Looks like they are. Who's going to get around them first? Side by side down the backstretch, the leader, the 07 HD and the 30K, splitting another lap car. Coming to 4 laps to go. Gary Felis in the 56 pulls off the track with his flat tire. This is shaping up to be a really good race at the front of the pack. Side by side for the last lap. We still got 3 more laps to go of this before they settle out who's the winner. 07 HD is really making that bottom work, but the 30K is doing really well on the high side. They are neck and neck. 07 has the advantage. But that 30K gets a big run down the backstretch. Let's see if he can make something stick. They're coming to the white flag this time by. Last chance for the 30K. Is he going to send it in really hard? He's trying. He's got a great run. That was a great turns, 1 and 2. Side by side. Oh, and caution waves. We have a car go off turn 3. All right, we had a... Oh, looks like Jamie Tate's... No, that's not Jamie Tate's. That's 21F. The 21F of Tommy Fair went off turn 3. He's sitting on the backstretch now. Caution came out. We were halfway done the last lap. There's going to be a 2-lap shootout. All right, the 21F is going back to the pits. 69 of Nick Krause is parked on the front stretch, getting some attention from an official. So we're getting the lineup set. We have the 07 HD, followed by the 30K, the 5F, and the 17. 73 of Steve Redmond, 53 of Sean Weeb, and the 8 of Logan Rempel. Stan Duick in the 07 HD won our race last night. Let's see if he can make it 2 in a row, or is the 30K going to play spoiler here? Looks like we're going to go to a single file restart. All right, here we go. Shootout for all the marbles. Getting the 1 to go. Rolled up green from the flagman means 1 lap to go, and then we're going green. See these drivers weaving back and forth. They're trying to figure out how much grip that corner has and how fast they can go into it without spinning out. Because you spin out now, you get sent to the back. So here they come. Stan Duick setting a very slow pace. 30K is right on his bumper. And the 5F of Tyler Fair is right there as well. Go green! Caden LeBute on the outside, making up a spot really quickly. 69 of Nick Krause down by the bottom on the tires like he's been racing all night. The 07 HD is right back to the bottom. The 30K is sending it in. Coming to the white flag this time by. White flag waves. Let's see what we got. Last time around for these cars. Stan Duick in that 07 is doing a very good job of keeping that thing straight and tidy through the corners. Oh, the 30K slides way up. Tyler Fair and the 5F gets underneath them. And at the line, the 5F gets it. Our finishing order, 07 HD, the 5F, and the 30K, followed by, I think Nick Krause in the 69 got that. His transponder must not be scoring on the lap board.
back-to-back wins for Stan Dewick in the 07 HD machine. He was taking the short way around the track, where the 30K was taking a little longer route. The short way with the dry slick at the bottom, it looks like, was the winning line. All right, we'll wait for Mr. the 07 HD machine to come into victory lane, collect his trophy. He's getting a push. I take it this car also is rather on the warm side. Got to thank Carl for standing on that flag stand all weekend long. No shade in sight for that guy unless he's waving a flag. Then he gets a breath of fresh air. All right, give him a round of applause. Stan, I think you and I have the same look on our faces. 3 days of hot, and you're wearing a fire suit, and I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. So who'd you like to thank for this whole weekend's events? You've got 2 wins in a row now. First, you win the King of the Corn last night, and now you got the GV Deer Run. Who would you like to thank again to make for your racing program?
I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Accurate HD, Iconics, Met Brothers, and I'd like to thank all the fans came out here in the heat today and watch us race. Thank you. And my family, my 2 nephews, these are my pit guys. They do my tire pressures. They always make sure my car's good to go. So thank you.
Perfect. He's got the next generation for pit crew there. He's starting them young. Want them in your picture? That's the next generation right there. Couple of 2 happy young lads there. Oh, he gets to carry the trophy, a lucky dude. All right, we got our last feature of the night, the Weeb Steel Structure late models. How's Chris Unruh? He's giving us the thumbs up. Are you staying cool? Are you staying cool? Huh. He gets to stay cool.
All right, last feature we got up on deck for you guys is the late models, the Weeb Steel Structures with Zoto late models. Now these guys are just ripping. In the heat race, we had some guys hitting the 14-second lap times. These things are flying. I haven't done the math to figure out what that is in miles per hour, but I'm gonna guess it's over 100. So these things are probably doing about between 160 to 180 kilometers an hour around this track. Just listen to the sound of that engine roaring in the backstretch, just idling. All right, I'm going to do the rundown nice and quick while you can still hear me. We got the 11 of Shane Holden in the pole position. On his outside, we have the 57 of Kevin Sexton. Row 2, we have the 5G of Scott Greer. And on his outside, we have our modified winner, Dustin Strand, in the 71S. And then in row 3, we have Shane Edgington in the 5E. And on his outside, we have the 10 of Tyson Turnbull. Following it up, we have the 71 of Leo Felius. Now these guys are running around 800 horsepower. They have a really big tires. You look at that front right tire, is about 1.5 feet wide. It has lots of grip. These things go around the corner really quickly. All right, concessions is just saying last chance to get your Deadhorse Creek Canuckzote. If you want to get a bag of seeds for the evening or bonfires throughout the rest of the summer, get it now while they're still selling them. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Green flag waves, let's go racing. 57 of Kevin Sexton jumps out to an early lead, followed by the 71 of Dustin Strand. Shane Holden falls back to third. No, back to fourth. All the way, Dustin Strand from fourth to first in 1 lap. 25 laps of these cars. And they are putting them down as fast as they can. 71 of Dustin Strand, followed by the 57 of Kevin Sexton. The 5G of Scott Greer moves up into third. Shane Holden falls back to fourth, but Shane Edgington is digging on the bottom, trying to get past him. Dustin Strand is making no time, making short work of this racetrack. Already 3/4 of a straightaway over second place. Scott Greer now moves back up into second place over Kevin Sexton. Looks like Dustin Strand in that modified race knows what he's doing. Just carrying that left front all the way through turns 1 and 2. Through turns 4 for the leader, then followed by Scott Greer in the 5G, 57 of Kevin Sexton, the 5E of Shane Edgington in fourth place. Five laps down, 20 to go. Dustin Strand can see the back of the field. The 71S of Dustin Strand is catching up to the 71 of Leo Felius. He's gaining on him. Leo Felius looks off the pace. He's starting to go a lap down. Dustin Strand makes short work of that lap car. He has a whole straightaway over second place. Scott Greer. Shane Edgington and Kevin Sexton were getting a little bit close there. Shane Edgington coming up on lap traffic in the 5E. Dustin Strand is just flying. The 5E of Shane Edgington has moved up into third place. First place is into turn 1, second is just coming out of turn 4, and third now is just coming out across turn 4. Pace is really spread out. Fourth and fifth. Oh, and we have a spinner in turn 4. Shane Holden, who started this race on the pole position, spun out in turn 4, bringing out our first caution. 15 laps left. Ten laps down, 15 to go. in our 25-lap Weeb steel structure late models. Getting the lineup back in order now. We have the 71S of Dustin Strand, followed by the 5G of Scott Greer, the 5E of Shane Edgington, the 57 of Kevin Sexton, followed by the 10 of Tyson Turnbull, the 71 of Leo Felius, and the 11 of Shane Holden. Oh, the 71 of Leo Felius is a lap down, so that's why Shane Holden gets to go ahead of him. Again, we have the Delaware double file restart. Scott Greer chose to start on the outside, so that puts Shane Edgington on the inside. Let's see what they're gonna do. 1 lap to go green. This is their chance to catch Dustin. He is lights out faster than the rest of the field. Let's see what they can do on this restart. All right, let's go racing. Shane Edgington jumps all the way down to the tires. Let's see if he can make this work. Side by side, you have the 2-5 cars going into turns 1 and 2. Looks like the top prevails. Scott Greer gets ahead. Shane is not pulling away from him as much as he was before. Dustin. There, Dustin's starting to put some laps together and spread out that gap a little bit between him and Scott Greer. Oh, and Scott goes slightly off the track there. Shane Edgington makes an advantage again. Side by side. Wow, that got tight off turn 4 between second place and third place cars. Dustin Strand is a half straight away ahead of the field, followed by Scott Greer and Shane Edgington. Second and third is separated a little bit. Third and fourth are racing side by side. Again, Dustin Strand back to the lead, leading every single lap. Cross legs in the air, we're halfway through. Again, Dustin Strand in the 71S is coming up against Leo Felius in the 71. The lap car. How's he going to get around him? He's running in his line and he diamonds the corner and comes back down through the center, slides up in turn 2 and makes the pass. That line just keeps getting pushed higher and higher up the racetrack. These guys are looking to find moisture and grip. Dustin Strand has pulled his lead out again to about a whole straightaway over Scott Greer in that 5G car. Got the leader coming back through turns 3 and 4 here as he's coming across the line. 6 laps to go. And then there's your second place. Looks like the drivers from second and third are trying different lines, seeing if they can't make something work here. I saw Shane Edgington in that 5E go really down low in turns 1 and 2, looking for something. Some big ruts through turns 3 and 4. The cars are now starting to move higher and higher to get away from those ruts. Watching turns 3 and 4 here as our leader comes around, followed by Scott Greer and Shane Edgington. Flagman's holding the 2 popsicle sticks up, 2 laps to go. For our Weeb Steel Structures late model show. Here comes Dustin Strand through 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag this time by. White flag for Scott Greer. Dustin Strand with a good half-lap lead over Scott Greer. Hand out the window, cheering on number 1, checkered flag. Scott Greer comes in second, Shane Edgington third. And Shane Holden comes fourth in the 11, followed by Tyson Turnbull in the 10. Rounding out the field, we have the 71 of Leo Felius.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a very talented race car driver. You can tell he's put on a lot of laps in both cars. He's won a lot of races, and he often races with a... Dustin Strand goes 2 for 2 today. We'll meet him again in Victory Lane by Green Valley Equipment and John Deere. I'm glad the breeze is coming back because that was warm earlier today, and now the breeze can kind of flow through my hair, make me feel a little bit cooler. Thank you everyone for coming out this year, especially this weekend for our Proven Seed Corn and Apple Special and our last night of the John Deere Run. It isn't without you guys that makes this track successful and helps us to improve and bring guys like Dustin Strand in to race. Let's give him a warm welcome one more time to Morden, Manitoba. He's gone 2 for 2 today, not without a lot of work and a lot of sweat. You see these big fenders, there's a lot of suspension travel and a lot of downforce on these things. These are purpose-built cars that really haul. One more time for Dustin Strand. Welcome back. It was a long time ago that I saw you in Victory Lane. You went 2 for 2 today. You are definitely well-versed in both classes. Just help these fans that are new here, and especially with late models, just help them understand how different a late model is to that A-mod that you just raced and brought to Victory Lane about half an hour ago.
Yeah, the biggest difference is the front end. Really, the rear suspension on these is about the same as an A-mod, but these are a full tube front clip, where on the A-mod we got to use a stock type front stub on the car, and but otherwise the motors are pretty similar. Basically, other than the body and that front end and a little smaller tire, there's a lot of similarities.
Perfect. And these tires are what, 10 or 12 inches wide?
Yeah, it's actually a 10-inch wide tire on a 14-inch wide wheel.
There you go. You got a little lesson on late models. Dustin Strand, winner of night 2 of the John Deere Run. Dustin's got nothing but compliments, but of course he does because he won. He got the big trophy. He's got 2 of them. All right. Thank you again, fans, for 2024. It was a great year. Was a warm year. When you go home, please drive safe, but feel free to stop by in the pits to get an autograph from Dustin and many of the other drivers, and collect some candy and hero cards. Thank you again, and see you in 2025.